I'm Doug from Global West, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about these control arms we have here. These are rear trailing arms for 1973 through 1977 Chevelles, Monte Carlos, there's Oldsmobile, Buick, Pontiac, Grand Prix. There's actually a list of vehicles that this will fit, and it's 73 through 77. There's a couple things I want to talk to you about though, and that the differences these are versus the earlier A bodies, which is 64 to 72. On 64 to 72 applications, and I have an arm here that's in the process of being assembled, but if you can see this, there is a notch right here on the side of the tube. And the reason for the notch is that the sway bar on 64 through 72 goes to the inside of the lower control arm on the rear. That's where the factory bar was installed. In 1973 though, even though this arm is the same length and the bolt patterns are the same, half-inch bolts, it'll actually plug in. The difference is the factory moved the sway bar from the side of the lower control arm to the bottom. And here we have the control arm right here. And this plate that we have, this reinforcement plate, goes on the base, and the sway bar actually attaches to the bottom of the control arm, not the side. So on 73 through 77, that's how General Motors did it. The part number for this is a TBC 13. The part number for 64 through 72 is a TBC 4. So make sure you understand the differences between the two, because you could put one on the other, but you're going to have a problem with the sway bar attachment. The TBC 13, as you see here, has a feature where it has a spherical bearing. And the spherical bearing goes in the front. It bolts to the frame area for the lower control arm. And the Del-A-Lum Bushing, which is in the back area here, bolts to the differential. And so what this allows the rear end to do is to be able to tilt like it needs to, but it cannot move laterally because the bushings don't allow it. It's a very nice package for controlling the rear. You'll notice that after you install these, you'll notice a major handling change through corners. Now if you happen to be doing a drag race situation on that particular vehicle, you'll notice that the car is going to launch straighter because the rear end's not moving based off the Del-A-Lum bushing. In the kit, we also give you hardware for the sway bar as well. A lot of those cars did not come with a factory rear sway bar, and we do offer a replacement or a sway bar for the rear, and I'll show you one real quick. And this is what the sway bar would look like. See how the pads are right here? That's where the lower control arm would be. It would attach. Comes in like so. Okay, in fact. So this is the type of sway bar you'll be looking at. Not something that bolts to the inside. These arms are pre-assembled, ready to go. They're a direct bolt in. The bearings we use are Teflon lined. You do not need to lube them. The bushing on the back's got a grease fitting for lubrication. Like I said, it is a true Del-A-Lum. It's got inner rotating sleeve, inner and outer thrust washers. The bushing is channeled or rifled for grease penetration. No squeaks, no noise. Sway bar bolts directly on, and easy bolt up. Like I say, the benefits are corner entry, or corner exit rather, the ability to put power down. The stability of the corner itself is not going to be, the rear end's not going to be walking around on you. And if you're drag racing it, the car is going to launch straighter. TBC 13, 73 through 77, A bodies. Very popular control arm, something you might want to look at.